Namaste students, myself Leela Jadhav from KTHM College Nasik. Today I am going to discuss with you about the second chapter, that is Accounting of Overheads in TY BCom level semester 3. Today I am going to discuss in my lecture meaning of overheads, accounting of overheads and its steps involved in accounting of overheads in brief, and codification of overheads, collection of overheads and classification of overheads in detail. Let us start our main topic, that is collection of overheads and classification of overheads. Now in this lecture we will learn steps involved in overhead accounting. For better understanding of overhead accounting, we first know what is overheads. So, meaning of overheads is the aggregate of cost of indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses, which cannot be conveniently identified with and directly allocated to particular cost center or cost unit. Therefore, overheads is equal to indirect material plus indirect labor plus indirect expenses. It means all indirect costs are termed as overhead. So, this is the meaning of overhead. And the next concept is accounting of overhead. What is accounting of overheads? Overheads are indirect costs. They cannot be directly charged to the cost units or cost centers like direct material, direct labor and direct expenses. We cannot arrive at the cost of production if overhead is not added to the prime cost. Hence, the following procedure is adopted to link the overheads to cost unit or cost center. Classification of overheads, codification of overheads and collection of overheads and allocation of overheads and reapportionment of overheads, and lastly apportionment of overheads by production unit. So, this is the procedure of distribution of overhead cost in overhead accounting. This chart shows 5 steps in accounting of overhead. First is collection and classification of overhead. Here, collection of overhead means it is a routine procedure work concerned with the collection of overhead expenses under correct accounting heads already provided for. And classification of overheads is the process of grouping of indirect costs on the basis of common feature and clear objectives. And see, the next step is allocation of overhead. Allocation is the allotment of whole items of cost to cost unit or cost center, whether they may be production cost center or cost service center units. For example, indirect wages of production department A is to be allocated to department A only. Similarly, wages of service department S is to be allocated to department S only. The other name for this is departmentalization of overhead or primary distribution of overhead. And see, the third step, apportionment of overhead. Apportionment is the allotment of proportion of cost to cost center or cost unit on a suitable basis after they are allocated under separate standing order numbers. It may be the basis of service rendered by a particular item of expenses to different departments or by survey method. Sometimes the basis will be the ability to pay method, that is, ability of the department to bear such a share of items of overhead. And see, the fourth step is reapportionment of overhead. The service department do not engage directly in the production of goods and services, but they render valuable service to the production department which produce goods and services. Hence, it is necessary to distribute the cost of service department to the production department on same suitable basis, so that the product output, job, etc. bear ultimately an equitable share of cost of service department. This is called secondary distribution of overhead. And the fifth step is absorption of overheads. Charging overheads to individual product or job is known as absorption. Thus, purpose behind absorption is that expenses allocated and apportioned to department or cost center should be absorbed in the cost of output of the given period. So, this is the steps in accounting of overheads. Let us see the codification of overheads. Codification of overheads means in last chapter we have studied the classification of overheads. After the classification of overheads, they need to be codified. Codification means assigning code numbers so as to make it easy to identify each group of overheads. It has become increasingly important in large organizations where machine accounting system is adopted. The overhead code numbers are also known as standing order numbers. The following are the different systems being used for codification of overheads. First one, the numerical system. Second, the decimal system. Third, the numeric system. And fourth, the combined code system. For example, salary to foreman indicate 101, overtime or bonus indicates 102, or 511 indicates selling and overheads, and DE denotes distribution expenses, and SB for steel bar, etc. So, this is the codification of overheads. And the next step is collection of overheads. After codification, overheads may be collected. Collection of overheads in a convenient and expeditious manner has to be ensured for systematic analysis of overheads. The assignment of standing order numbers or cost account numbers to overhead items helps in collection of overhead conveniently and prevent confusion. it has to be ensured that the expenses are collected in correct account headings provided. The following are the important sources from which overhead expenses are collected regularly. First one, store requisition. Store requisition for indirect material such as brushes, brooms, soap, soil, grease, waste cloth, etc. are used for collection of indirect materials overheads. These stores requisitions should be priced and charged to the concerned department which has used them. And the second source is invoices. Invoices are recorded in a purchase journal. Invoices may be for material or expenses. A purchase journal provides for separate recording of invoices for materials and invoices for expenses under one or more overhead control accounts. Further, two or more columns are provided for recording payments in advance and accrued charges. The third source is wages analysis book. Wages analysis book can be examined to find out as to be various overhead control accounts which are affected by items of indirect wages. It will disclose the accounts affected such as wages to sweepers, wages of service departments, fringe benefits to workers, etc. Fourth source is journal entries. The journal entries can reveal the items like depreciation, notional charges of rent, interest. Similarly, the monthly apportionments from payments in advance and accrued charges are to be found out by referring the journal entry. And the next source is cash book. A scrutiny of cash book has to be made for collection of indirect expenses in respect of standing order numbers and cost account numbers. And the last source is other registers and reports. Collection of overheads can be made from other registers and reports. For example, plant and machinery register has to be referred in respect of depreciation. Similarly, special reports may be referred for collecting the loss or expenses in respect of items like scrap, waste and spoil, work, idle machine items, etc. So, this is the collection of overheads. And the next, after learning collection of overheads, we will learn about classification of overheads. Our overheads classification is the systematic process of grouping of overheads on the basis of common characteristics and specific orders. There may be three broad categories of factory overheads, that is, plant overheads, overheads relating to production cost center, and overheads related to service cost center. All the factory overheads are to be classified to suit the basic purpose of cost accounting. Standing order numbers are used for covering the factory overheads. Cost account numbers are used for covering the administration, selling and distribution overheads. So, this is the classification of overheads. With this, I would like to say thank you very much. Next lecture, we will start other subtopic of this chapter, that is allocation of overheads.